It's late morning, about 10 p.m.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, 10 a.m. We are puppy sitting our friend's dog right now, so it's kind of hard to get out of the apartment. She's so damn cute, and you just want to hang out with her, and we already took her on 2 walks today instead. I'm gonna drop the chain and give it a good scrub so that we can get it prepped for painting. We're gonna put on these headsets so we can talk to each other while one of us is down below with the chain and one of us is dropping the chain. I'm gonna let it air dry a bit. Sweat is burning my eyeballs. I'm not gonna be showing you how to sand a prop because I feel like you probably get the idea. Not really doing God's work here, so. All right, so we're wrapping up just for the afternoon because the decks were getting so hot. But we did sand the shaft and the shaft and the prop. Tanner almost fully installed the bilge pump in the cockpit, the new one. I think you just had to let some stuff set, right?
Yeah.
So that's the 411. It looks like I'm in the process of breaking like a serious fever. This is so crazy.
We're gonna splice new road onto this. This is the current road. It looks okay, pretty decent, but on the one of the ends, towards the other end, like somewhere in the middle, it's starting to chafe. It's from it sitting on the bow roller. I try my best to snub it, but it doesn't always work out when I back down on it and whatnot. So we're gonna switch it. We're also gonna flip the chain around. We're gonna put the front in the back and the back in the front. So I'm gonna splice to this side. And then I'm going to take the anchor off and attach it to this end. So you just cut the ends and hit them with the torch so they stay together while we untwine this, or untwirl it, whatever you want to call it.
Untwirl.
Alright, fairly snug down to the end of this.
Okay, but you might even be able to French braid my hair after this.
We'll see.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go through our clothing that's still on the boat because even though we don't have like large wardrobes by any means, we don't have like a lot of clothing storage. There's a ton of food storage on this boat, but there's not like, I don't have many places to put clothes. So I'm gonna move through some of that stuff and bring it back to the apartment that we're staying at. And I'm gonna see if the landlord knows where she recommends I could donate these clothes here on the island. So kind of get her opinion. And then drop those off somewhere. So that's the game plan. I'm gonna get started. I'm always needed as the handy extra person, right, babe?
Right.
All this standing water by the boat is bringing all the mosquitoes to our boat. And we're like the only boat in the yard that has this much standing water because we have a really nice neighbor next to us. He's using the hose, but the hose sprays everywhere all over the the yard, and we're just the boat that's like getting all of the flow from the hose spraying out. So we're sitting in all this water. As you can see, all the other boats are pretty much dry except for a little runoff under this boat here. But pretty much all the boats are dry except for Bandit. It's so fun.
Splicing her together. Doing the old over-under. This is my first time splicing, so don't judge.
Opinions welcomed, but by the time you see this video, it will already be done.
I think it's going pretty well.
Splice up you like, every boy, every girl. Splice up you like.
We're just gonna twist while we pull. Keeps the twist in the line and keeps the integrity of the line. It's a little bit stronger that way. It also looks prettier.
All right, let's see. It looks pretty darn sweet.
Just gotta cut them off and good to go.
Cut the danglers. All right. Are we painting today?
No. I'll do that tomorrow.
We're already here 5 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Mainly, we're running out of here because we don't do well at mosquito hour.
No mosquitoes.
So it is mosquito hour. Tanner is admiring his splicing because he's the splice king.
Looks really good.
At Splice King, that's where you can find him. I mean,
Looks pretty damn good if you ask me. Let me know in the comments what you think. I know you're already gonna tell me anyway, so go ahead. Right now we're gonna whip it so it stays in place just in case so it doesn't unravel itself. We already torched it so it shouldn't unravel itself, but I'm gonna whip it as well. Just adding a layer of protection, basically taking a piece of twine and wrapping it around. We're just sticking it through, creating a loop, and then we will wrap. Now that we're done, I fed it through that loop that I made, and we're just gonna pull it tight. And once the loop disappears, we're done. Now I can trim it up, and it should be done. Nice little whip, so it's not going anywhere.
check this craziness out. Hold on. Wow. I'm feeling like this episode is like a mini boatyard projects saga. It's fun, but that's how it works. Sometimes the smaller stuff takes the longest because we have a bunch of it to do.
And they're never that easy. You can't just swap one part for the other. You don't just like drop the new piece in. It's always got to be a bigger ordeal. Like you can't find the parts, you have to get a different one and then replace something else because that doesn't fit with that part. All sorts of stuff.
Today called for an inspection of our main automatic bilge pump. It's been acting up on us, so we decided instead of giving up on it altogether, we would take it apart and give it a deep cleaning to see if that does the trick.
It just constantly cycles, but it'll shut off before it cycles when I reset it. So once it turns on, it just won't turn off. So I think that there's just some oil clogged around the sensor, so we're going to take it apart and try to fix it before we spend a few $100s.
So we're going in with Q-tips and a little bit of rubbing alcohol.
We're just going to clean this off. So this little sensor board basically goes up and down, as you can see right here. It goes up and down. As the water level rises, once it hits here, it'll go off. We're just cleaning all that out. Oil from an oil change that had a spill.
Oh.
Now there's no more oil in the bilge, which is good. So we shouldn't have that issue moving forward, but there was a decent amount from an oil change one time that just ended up going everywhere, which we cleaned out with oil rags and shop vac. So we made sure not to pump any of the oil over the side. We wanted to do it as environmentally friendly as possible, but some of it got stuck in the bilge pump and it's just stuck to the sides and whatnot, so there's not really anything we could do about that until we pulled it out and pull it apart once we're out of the water. So we cleaned this out, scrubbed it, and then we cleaned the strainer. We cleaned this the best we could. The little nicks and crannies I'm not even going to worry about because it'll be fine. It's going to get dirty in 5 seconds anyway. It's a bilge pump. But put her back together. Clean her up. She works like a charm.
Yay! That just like made our day.
It did. Saved me so much money. And time.
Yeah.
I don't know about time, to be honest.
A little bit of time. Well, because you still have to go hunt one down.
Yeah. But I'm stoked it works. It actually works really good, so.
Ooh,
I'd be concerned if it was like kind of working and not working. If it was gonna be like finicky, then I was just gonna replace it because it's a bilge pump. It's an essential piece of gear that you don't want to like not work or work. But tested it numerous times since it's been cleaned and the functionality of it, pulled it apart, everything looks good. So I'm excited.
Yay!
Good morning yet again from the mini boat project series. I'm going to finish some of my little mini projects today, cleaning that disgustingly dirty grill and soaking some lines, doing some cleaning, and we'll check on Tanner and see what he's up to.
All right, and next week we will be installing a bunch of electrical stuff we're excited about. We're getting a new battery bank and finally getting an inverter so we can use normal things on a boat. We're really excited about that. We actually have a home that we can utilize normal things, and we can get an electric kettle possibly,
Oh my gosh.
maybe an Instapot,
Wow.
I don't know, and I don't know, use all the outlets and charge our batteries with our generator, our portable generator and stuff like that. So it's gonna be really exciting, and we'll have more power, more usable power, which is good. So we won't have to charge every night, because right now we are running out of battery. We can't even barely get through the night without our batteries dying. So it's gonna be huge for us. I'm excited.
Quick change in plans. We got some really good news. We found out that one of the marine stores in town has the paint that we need to use for our bottom, and we've been looking for it for the past 2 weeks. So it's the color we want, and it's the right paint that adheres to the paint that's already on the bottom. So we're really excited, and they're pretty strict about it. They're like, you have to get here. They took our information and everything, and like what time we would be there by, because it's just that time of year. Everybody's painting the bottom of their boat. So we're hurrying over there, and we're gonna get back to work.
What's your book name?
Bandit?
Bandit?
Yeah.
B-A-N-D-I-D? Is that how you spell?
Yeah. We got the last 4 cans that they had, and the last 4 cans that we could find on the island. And we took all of them because we need 4 cans. It was perfect. And we got prop glide. They don't have prop speed, but we got some prop glide, so we're gonna test this out and see how it works so that we can put it on our propeller and I don't have to clean it as much.
Yeah, keeps the growth off, I guess.
And there's no more prop speed anywhere on the island either.
Yeah, we're just winning today, man.
Little wins today.
Small victories.
Can't find the right size lugs that we need for our battery terminals, but that's okay. We can use bigger ones if necessary.